Are you ready to take your finances to the next level? Are you ready to learn what's not taught in schools regarding building generational wealth? If your answer is yes, welcome to the conversation. Let's talk income shifting. Let's talk cash flow management. Let's talk improving your credit score. Let's talk investing. Let's talk finance with Melissa and Tony.
Hey, y'all.
Hey there. How are y'all?
Happy, well, should I say happy Halloween? It ain't a real holiday, but since big business jumping in our pockets anyway, happy Halloween.
Happy fake holiday.
Now, so y'all won't get it twisted. This is a costume. I don't want y'all to think I walk around looking like this every day. But in case I was trying to get my music right, Tony. I'm Shirley.
Shirley.
From that old school, you got an old R&B song. And I meant to have the music playing in the background so I could say, Barbara, this is me, Shirley. You may not know who I am. And I don't know if you about to come out of bed or if you're going to be real cool. But I'm calling to tell you that man that be over there spending my money on you, he belongs to me.
I hear you, Shirley.
I claim him on my W-4 from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. Now, that goes from the top of his head to the shoes on his feet.
Oh,
I write all that off on my tax.
Because you're a business owner.
I'm a home-based business owner, but woman to woman, I need to tell you that man belongs to me, or else you need to take him and feed him and do all that, and I can get me a nut to put on my tax.
I hear you, Shirley.
Yeah. Just call me. I should have changed the name. Just call me Shirley. So welcome to the show, everybody. We had some technical difficulties trying to get started because old folks in technology, we all know that don't always cultivate and work out the way it's supposed to.
In other words, she rusted. You saying you rusted?
I'm rusted. I think in the crazy part is I see worse with the glasses on.
Oh man!
Let me take them off. Maybe that'll help.
Come on, Shirley. Get it together, Shirley.
That was part of the Shirley costume.
Yeah.
But I think it would mess me up. See, I even put on the old folk makeup. That's all you got for me. Now, Tony was gonna put on the costume. You know what? I don't know if your mama used to call it, but my mom used to call him dough face. Mama said, when you go and trick or treat, get your dough face. Tony was gonna put on a dough face, but he couldn't breathe in. So
I could breathe.
Some more old folks and technology stuff.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Right. So yeah, he decided the 86 thing. But it's October 31st. We'd have made it to the end of, can you believe it? But 2 months left in the year.
2 months left. 61 days left to 2024.
That is unbelievable. Let me update my calendar. So folks won't think I'm trying to look like this for real. And somebody's gonna be like, you had a costume on? And I'm gonna be mad.
Right. Well, I really couldn't tell.
Right. Then I'll be ready to fight. Okay. Let's see if they're gonna say. It's still saying Melissa. No, there you go. Shirley from Woman to Woman. Okay. So, if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Melissa King, aka Shirley, and this is my business associate over here, my partner, my guru, my financial sensei, Mr. Tony Clopton. Tony has guided me through this my econ experience, and now the student has become the teacher, so to speak. So, so we are back. We getting consistent with this thing. We used to go live on Tuesday, Thursday. This is the second week in a row.
Sure will. You did that. Accountability partner. I see you, I hear you, and I appreciate you.
Peter Dale says, hello. Hello, Shirley and Tony. Hello, Peter Dale.
You probably don't know.
He's in Australia, he said.
Oh, yeah.
So you might, Peter, you may not be familiar with my character, Shirley. But welcome to the show. Glad to have. Tony is my financial guru, and we are here to talk money. It's time for money chit chat. We get together on Tuesday and Thursdays to talk about money. So I will let my partner Tony introduce himself.
Okay, great. Melissa, aka Shirley. I want to thank you for having me. As y'all might know, today is Halloween. I'm going to say I'm been in this home-based business for a little over 8 years. I've learned and been mentored by some multi-million-dollar earners. We're talking about 30, 40 years in the financial service industry. Not me, but learning from those that are already wealthy. You can become wealthy. Something has been troubling me, Melissa, and I got to share this. And I had it in my phone, so I'm going to read this. This is a small snippet. It says, "Bread and circuses was a phrase used to describe the way in which the Roman ruling class used on the masses to keep them content through the free food, bread, and entertainment circus. In Rome, the ruling class was aware that the poor, who are the majority of the population, unhappy with their living conditions. So this is what the Romans did to distract the poor people by giving them food and entertainment to keep their mind off of getting misused. So I got to say this, that system still exists, y'all. It's the players change, but the game remains the same. So when we talk about distractions, today is a perfect example how big business is using distractions like Halloween to fatten their pockets. Imagine how much money they made today off costumes and candy alone.
You know what? I had never thought about it that way, but that is something to think about. Give them something to distract them that's gonna make them laugh, or give them a reason to drink. All the parties and all that stuff, and it'll take their mind off the fact that we working them to death and they ain't gonna never be rich like us.
But listen, I want to do this. Remember when we first started in this business, the founders opened our eyes to every calendar month there was something that big business would stick in place to make sure that you would spend money. Let's go and give them a rundown. Since why not give them a rundown from October all the way back around? And these are the cycles we're talking about.
Okay. So you gonna throw out the month, and I throw out the
okay, October.
Cook Me and holiday.
Right.
October. Halloween, of course.
Halloween. All day
Halloween.
buying junk you don't need. Look at this. Junk. Junk. All right, what's
Right.
going on in November? What's going on in November?
Oh Lord, November, you got Thanksgiving. Of course, you got Black Friday. You got Cyber Monday.
In
So
November.
they're gonna hit you. They hitting you from every direction in November. Right there at the end.
Okay, what we got in December? Talk to me.
Oh, December. We all know the big one in December. Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas. So we start. A lot of people actually for Christmas. You can go back as far as really August because a lot of people start shopping early for Christmas, getting stuff. So it's some people that's been spending money for that holiday. 3-4 months leading up to the actual holiday. So, but the big thing is, of course, Christmas. Not only the gifts, but you got to think about the meals you're preparing. It's a double whammy because even if you
traveling you doing, yep,
traveling is a big thing. Traveling for Thanksgiving and Christmas both. So with Christmas, not only are you buying gifts, not only are you paying to travel to go where you need to go, even if you're having it at your house. If you are the host, you back and forth to the grocery store, buying stuff, you are buying decorations to get the place presentable. You know what I mean? So either way, even if you don't have little kids, you still spending money for Christmas. And then of course, Christmas, New Year's Eve falls in December, but it also hits you in January. So there you go, spending more money. And we just getting over spending all this money for Christmas. And now, if you dating or whatever, you got your mate talking about what we doing for New Year's Eve. We gonna sit down and figure out what bills we gonna pay and what we gonna do.
Well, that's in January. So what we doing? What we doing in February?
Oh, the biggest fake holiday of them all. And I ain't just saying that because I ain't dating nobody, but the biggest holiday of them all. Not holiday, fake day. Valentine. Now, for Valentine's, if people, you got some that go above and beyond. Some people keep it simple, but either way, even if you don't do gifts, you probably gonna eat, do something to spend some money. And again, a lot of people travel, take trips for Valentine's Day. So yeah.
March. What we got in March? March seems like to be a free day, a free month. What we got in March?
Technically, no, because sometimes Easter falls in March, sometimes it falls in April. So if Easter falls in March, you got to go out and buy the eggs and the paint and the dye and all that stuff. And then let's not forget spring break. If you have kids or you got teenagers, that's even more expensive. They're gonna want to do something for spring break. Now, when I was coming up, spring break, they called it AEA week. And what spring break meant was you were finna clean the house from top to bottom. And y'all was gonna straighten up outside. It wasn't no trips and going to Miami for college weekend. But now people are spending a lot of money for spring break. And then don't forget, we gotta sprinkle in some birthdays in these months too. Oh yeah. Yep. And birthdays, anniversaries. We still in March. Okay, I think that's it for March.
Okay, what we got in April?
Well, the best birthday in the world, mine, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. We got Easter. Is there anything else in April? Depending on where you live, sometimes your spring break might fall in April. Because I know with my nieces in Atlanta, they do the first week in April. Over here, we do the last week in March. So March and April, between Easter and spring break, your money is spent.
Okay, April. What we got in May? Anything in May? We got a free month. May.
No. A double whammy in May. Okay. Mother's Day. Ooh. Mother's Day. Now, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that because you got a wife and a mom. So I'm gonna let you slide on that and not tell on you that you forgot about Mother's Day.
Right.
And then Memorial Day,
Ooh.
people usually grill it now or they traveling, because it's usually a long weekend. So Memorial Day is another one that's gonna hit your pocket. So far, I'm turning my pockets inside out right about
Right.
now.
Oh yeah. May, June. Got.
June, we got Father's Day.
Ooh.
We got graduation.
Oh man.
Whether it's graduation from high school, college, these days, even if they graduate from kindergarten, you finna spend some money.
Sure will. Sure will. Okay,
So,
July.
well, we all know about 4th of July. The 4th is,
No, wait.
I don't know though. People
Hey, they
don't,
snuck.
people don't do the 4th as big as to me.
Hey,
As big as
they snuck
used to.
June. They snuck Juneteenth in on us.
Oh shoot! Now you know what? My ancestors are somewhere slapping my hand right now because, believe it or not, whether people support Juneteenth being a holiday or not, big business will take your money for it. They're gonna print T-shirts. They're gonna have greeting cards. They're gonna do anything that's lucrative. Whether they support the holiday, and you know what that makes me think too. January, I forgot to mention MLK Day, because people generally will have breakfasts. They'll do luncheons. There'll be parades. All of that is causing you to have to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Juneteenth, yeah, that has become a commercial holiday that big business is pushing right about now, whether they know the significance of it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So July, we got the 4th of July. Like I said, I don't think people. Do you think people still go big for 4th of July? I think people probably travel more, but
Yeah.
it don't seem like
Mostly family reunions and stuff like that.
Family reunions. I completely forgot about that. Because that's gonna cost you some money too. Especially even like when we had our family reunion in May a couple of years ago, even though it was here in Alabama, I still had to come out of pocket. So imagine the people that was traveling from out of state to come here. They had to do hotel and food and gas and flight or however they got here. So yeah.
Right.
That's a good one for July. August, of course, school is starting back.
Yeah.
Depending on, it really don't matter what grade, because the elementary school kids don't have this big list. If you're going to go into college, well, if you're going to high school and you got a senior, you finna do senior portraits. You finna do cap and gown stuff. They finna hit you with all of this in August. And then if your child is participating in anything extracurricular, band, sport, you finna come out the pocket. Because I know them thieves, if nothing else, they send Naya home with a list of what she owed before school. They ain't even got school started good. And they already emailing me and sending home a list of what all fees she has for the upcoming school year. I'm like, did they even let you learn your teacher's names yet? Did they send it on a list? So yeah, August, back to school. And then they try to bait you in with this tax-free weekend. But I mean, it's good, but at the same time, think about it now. You still spending money. But I guess if you're gonna buy this stuff anyway, it is smart to do it on tax-free weekend. But you know what? Let me just say this. Now I don't know if it go for Madison or not, but I was listening to something on the news. I don't know if it was just Huntsville, but they were saying that the tax-free grocery is about to end. Apparently, they had knocked off the taxes on the grocery. I was like, if they did, I ain't noticed it.
Who knew? Who knew?
I'm like, I'm in the car and I heard them because that's all the time I get my news and stuff is when I'm driving. And I'm like, where they was doing that at? Was it in Madison too? Because my grocery bill ain't look no lighter.
Right.
So they said they had extended it to the end of October, I guess today. And then I'm like, well, shoot, if they've been giving me a discount, I sure didn't know it. So that takes care of August, September, Labor Day.
Labor Day.
A lot of people travel for Labor Day, cookout. Again, we're still in that back to school. If you got a new college student, you know, quite a few people I saw that were in our family alone. We had 5 to graduate, and all of them are going away to school. So when you start looking at getting that dorm room right, getting supplies, all that stuff, that's a lot of money.
Right.
So now we done made it back around to October, and where we at? We broke. We may not be broke, but we feeling about a couple $1,000s light. I bet you.
Right. You
And
know
that's
what?
being,
Just looking at the cycles of every calendar month, there's something there. If people realize the money that they've thrown away for the life cycle of their lifetime, we were already granted millions of dollars. We just gave it away. So between the taxes and the holidays, this is where our wealth is going. And I say this when the Romans, they call it the bread and circus. This is a prime example of what they meant by bread and circus. You keep entertaining people and you keep feeding them garbage, they will get distracted and they won't even realize that you've gave away a fortune.
Right. You know, it is scary if you actually go back, and a lot of times, a lot of us see this during tax season when we're preparing, you know, and looking at our bank statements. I know that's when it usually hit me, and I start categorizing stuff. If you just look at how much money you spend eating out, gas, of course, even though I work from home, I still go through quite a bit for gas. And just little stuff like that. When you start, and not to mention, like you said, all these holidays. So if you were to do a running tab starting in January, you're gonna do a running tab, and for every holiday or event, you track your spending. You would be shocked how much you out of at the end of the year. And I will say that since we've been doing this business, it's made me more cognizant, and I pay attention now to a lot of stuff that I took for granted before, because when you're doing it a little bit at a time, which is how they get you with the taxes too, when you're doing it a little bit at a time, it's not as all in your face, which is why, you know, when you think about, I remember when we first started, and they used to do the 369 presentation. And remember, they would tell you, if you started your job and they told you, we're going to take 35% of your salary, and they took it all in one clump at the beginning of the year, then it looks a lot different than them pinching off of it every couple of weeks when you get paid. But in essence, that's exactly what they're doing. They're telling you, okay, if you're making I'm to keep it an even number, but if you're making 100,000, we're gonna go and get that 3,500 up at you in the beginning.
35,000.
Now, mind you, they hadn't taken out FICA, they ain't took out no Social Security, that ain't including state taxes, that's not including whatever benefit. Oh, don't get me started. I had to renew my benefits for the job yesterday, and it just put me in a bad mood all day. So when you think about how much money you spending, it's like I make the joke a lot of times. I rooted in essential oils. I make the joke sometimes I'm just a middleman. Like I go in and do the work, they give me the money, and I pass it on over to to all them folks standing in line, and then they might let me keep a little bit for myself, you know. So that's pretty much how that works.
Right. So you know, so I guess this is a good place for us to help people understand that our system, that the reason why we're on today is to to share people a system that we actually use, that me and you both been using for a while, so you can recognize these cycles for one, and then when you start tracking these your expenses, you can see that this is where your money is going and how you can get some of this money back. So let's talk about our membership, and why the membership is going on. That's one. Let's talk about the promo that we have right going on. I'll let you do that because I did it last time.
Okay. So like Tony said, we have been a part of a home-based business. It's called My Economy, short for My Economy. Tony started like a few months before I did, but we both, next month will be 8 years for me. I think back in May was 8 years for him. So what it basically does is teaches you how to achieve financial success without going out and getting another job. It teaches you how money is, like we were just going over, how you spend out money every month on holidays and things like that, and you don't even realize the big picture because you may not think about it like that. So our membership, which includes, once you join the membership and become a My Econ associate, which is a home-based business owner, you will receive your own personal website. You have access to all of the training. They train you to train others about financial success. We have a credit repair system that's included with the membership. So if you are struggling with credit, this is a do-it-yourself credit membership. It teaches you how and why your credit is where it is and how you can improve it. Mm-hmm. So that comes with the membership. The membership comes with the Cash Flow Manager, which is a tracking system, because there are two things you have to do to have a home-based business. One, you have to attempt to make a profit, which every time Tony and I fire up a live and talk to you guys, we are attempting to do that, which makes us compliant. Second thing is you must keep good records. Now, with my profession that I work in, there's a saying that if they didn't write it, I do work with hospitals. So a lot of times when it comes down to the hospital and the record information, if the physician didn't write it, it didn't happen. Same thing with this. If you didn't write it down, you didn't keep your receipt, if you can't show the 5 things that the IRS asked for record keeping, which was who, what, when, where, and why, if you cannot keep track of those things in a sufficient way, it doesn't matter that you had a home-based business because you have no proof. So the Cash Flow Manager is a system that comes with it. So all of these things, usually it's, what was the before the promo? Was it $39, $49?
It was $19 for the lower membership, but right now it's just $9.95 to get started. Well, go ahead. I just want to introduce what the promo was about and what you can get.
Yeah. I was just trying to let them see that the normal price is usually a little bit more, but because we're coming to the end of the year and our co-founder, Mr. Stokes, realizes that a lot of people are using this time to try to get themselves straight financially, and they may not have as much additional money, so he lowers the price. And for now, you can become a home-based business owner with My Econ for a startup cost of $9.95. Now, if you know the right people, like me and Mr. Clapton over here, we have coupons that we can get you started for free. So in essence, they're saying you can go in, I think last week I used the amusement park example. This week I'm gonna say it's like they give you a car to test drive for 30 days. They're gonna let you take it home, you kick the tire, you can drive it up to 150 miles an hour if you want to see how it does on the roadway. Now you're responsible for your own ticket. But like this membership, we're gonna let you try it out. We're paying the initial cost of the $9.95. So for the first 30 days, you can go in, check it out, and see exactly what we're talking about with this home-based business. And that promo is going on right now.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because people don't realize that even in our business, you know, the co-founder, he's such a humble guy, and he shared with us that what happens is that if we are able to pay it forward for someone that not that they couldn't afford it, it's just that we believe in the system because we know it works. We all have personal testimonies that we've increased our credit score, pay raise on our job, and actually created an investment account for not only ourselves but our kids as well. So what we're trying to do is help people raise the awareness that your distractions, what they use to distract you, can be used as a tax deduction. So the money that you're spending now, the distractions that they're putting in front of you for the holidays and stuff that you're going to spend money, we know that. You know, who don't want to avoid an argument, right? You know, like, oh, it's Mother's Day and you didn't get mom nothing. Oh, it's Valentine's, sweetheart, nothing. So we know people are going to have to spend money, but you can turn those expenses into business deductions would help you as a business owner. So we're just raising the awareness and giving you access to a great product for low minimum costs. A lot of people like to wait till the first of the year to get started, but man, now is the time, right before the thicker stuff. I'm talking about these holidays. They're going to tax you. They're going to get in them pockets. It's people floating a lot of credit card debt, but in our credit repair system will help you. So, man, now is the time to get access to this system. And like Melissa say, trial it for 30 days, because we have people that actually create 6-7 figures during the holidays because there's so many people that need this information, that need this system. They just need it.
Yeah, because I was so busy talking about the benefits of it, I forgot to mention that there is you can use it as a business income if you introduce the product and so many people decide they want to try it. You know, there is a financial incentive there. So not only is it teaching you how to manage the money you have, it can also put some money in your pocket from introducing other people. One of our biggest sellers, or two of our biggest sellers, I did mention that there's a travel attached to the company as well. So for what is it, an extra $10, I think.
I think it went up 11. It's $11, but it's just a small cost added on.
Right. Yeah. And that travel is a booming business, especially since, you know, we're post-pandemic, even though we keep hearing that it could possibly be coming back or it never left, you know. But now that travel has opened up more, a lot of people were doing a lot of traveling to kind of make up for lost time when we were stuck at home. So with this travel system, it has incentives, and we get what is it, the 110% guarantee?
Price now, match, right.
I'm not as avid a traveler as Mr. Plopton over there. Shirley be at home with the kids because she got a man to take care of. So Tony does a lot of traveling, but I can say, even though I haven't done traveling, I've had family members who have traveled. I've booked their reservation using my travel discount, and I earn points for when I do decide to travel based on that. So that's a product that we sell as a standalone. We also sell the cash flow manager as a standalone. You may not want to, you may already have your business and you're just looking for a product that's going to help you track it. Track your expenses, track your income, your expenses, all that stuff. So the cash flow manager is available for sale. The other thing, the credit repair, do-it-yourself credit repair kit that comes free for us as associates, we sell that also as a standalone product. So if you're not interested in becoming a home-based business owner, but you want to fix your credit, we have that product for sale. And that is what sets us apart from a lot of the pyramid, or what's the other, like the, you know, people love the pyramid scam. It's not a scam. No, and the main reason it is not a scam is because we have products and services that we are actually selling. So whether somebody signs up or not, we still are at a place where we can make profit, and we're still, because we are legitimate home-based business owners, we are open for the tax deductions that comes with being a home-based business owner. And that, for me, everybody has their reason why they want to get started in a business. Yours may be different from mine. I shared with y'all last week, Uncle Sam was kicking my ass. So the tax deduction from having a home-based business really swooped in and saved me from having to have such a high tax bill, because I learned how to lower my taxable income. I said all of that is going to become available to you to learn for yourself once you sign up. So like we said, if you sign up today and Tony or I sponsor you with a coupon, you have 30 days to go in, look around, see if this is something that's, I can tell you is beneficial for you, but see if it's something you are willing to go in and learn. And then from there, the membership is a minimal, I think it's $39.95 a month. And then that also is tax deductible because it is a business expense. So you learn about all of that once you get started in the business.
So you said a lot. Let's add the fact that we haven't gotten to the end of tax season yet. So the next 2 months where you're spending thousands of dollars. I know somebody right now that's working on a vacation that's going to run them $15,000, right? Now, imagine if you had access to this membership for $10 and you're able to write off $15 worth of tax deductions because you have a travel membership attached to your business. That allows you to take that deduction that if you didn't have the business, all you got is some pictures, and some bills, and a low bank account.
Right.
So, I would say,
I don't know about you, Tony, but whenever I take a vacation, when I used to take it before, and all I could focus on while I'm on the trip is every time we do something, swipe that card, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You can't enjoy yourself when you're thinking about the bill. And because that's just how I'm set up. I'm sitting here thinking about how much we spent on dinner last night, how much was gas. I don't think we're gonna be able to do no excursion.
Right.
You know?
See, there you go. What they say, you tripping on your vacation. You ain't gonna have a good time when you tripping and worry about money. Why you tripping on your vacation? As a business owner, we know we can get those tax deductions. Hey, Sharon. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you don't have this business where you can write off your lifestyle, the next couple of months leading up into tax season gonna be crucial. You're gonna wish you would have wrote off those $10,000 or $15,000 worth of tax deductions. Just imagine how much money you're gonna save if you join this $10 business.
Right. And I think what people miss out on is multiple streams of income is not equivalent to having multiple jobs. That don't mean you need to have 15 different jobs. That means that you are creating multiple streams of income, and it could just be from tax savings alone. Because if you are not taxed as high, is that not more money coming into your pocket or staying in your pocket?
Absolutely.
Another thing is, if you do the do-it-yourself credit repair, and your credit goes from 600 to say 795. When you do apply for something that has to be financed, do you know that your interest rate, whether it be a car, a house, whatever, is going to be significantly lower if you have good credit? Is that not a stream of income of putting money back in your pocket?
Absolutely.
So I think because people are so focused on
the money,
like actual getting a check, this and the other. Multiple streams of income is multiple streams of income, So if the income is from you saving money or from you getting money from referring to business and getting commission from that or selling the product, or even if it's just from you making wiser buying decisions,
right?
That's still putting money in your pocket. And I'm telling you, I have been doing this for 8 years. I don't have this super huge team up under me, but it doesn't matter because I've still been able to benefit from home-based business deductions because I have a legitimate home-based business. Because one, I attempt to make a profit, and two, I keep up with my finance. I track my expenses. I track my income. I have everything in a cash flow manager. And when tax time rolls around, I'm just sending it out. And because I know I fulfill the IRS is who, what, when, where, why, I'm not really concerned because I know I've done, the right thing. And, people, I think a lot of times what gets people is that, how they say FOMO, fear of missing out. Because I know a lot of times it might be something going on like holiday or big business type thing that I let myself get baited into doing it. I didn't really want to do it, but everybody making it sound so good. Like, man, you didn't go see such and such, or you don't have, or might be some of these streaming services. That's the best example because people, oh, you don't have Netflix? And then you'll feel like, well, dog, maybe I do need Netflix. And then if you like me, you would even watch Netflix. But because you have a fear that you're gonna miss out on something, you'll stay with something. It's so crazy because I think we talked about this last time too. Like you'll be afraid to cancel something because as soon as you cancel it, you might need it. So you got a fear. It's still a fear of missing out because you think you're gonna miss something. And sometimes you just have to look at the bigger picture, and that's the biggest benefit of this business for me. It changed my outlook on how I spend money. It made me look at an asset versus a liability. It made me weigh my options on, is this really something that I need right now? So that alone will be another stream of income for a lot of people.
Yeah,
because
but you know what?
they're making bad decisions.
This is what really excites me is this time of year is that we've been in for 7-8 years and the promos are so huge for us because we know people that start like now up 6-figure earners because it's like prime example. If I know, let's say I knew a travel agent or possibly a tax preparer or some financial advisor that has clients, right? And they realize that their client needs our business. Our business, they need to lower their taxes. They need to fix their credit. They need to adjust their W-4. They need some travel savings. And that travel agent, say, my client would love this membership. And then they end up sharing that membership with all their clients. And the thing, we got people that have made 6 figures in 2 or 3 months. It's because it's the connection of people that that your opinion. Like if you're a travel agent, people they value your opinion about trips and vacations. If you're a tax professional, they trust you with their personal information. So most tax preparers can easily make 6 figures in my econ because of their relationship with their clients. They trust them. Like pastors come in, they have a congregation of people. They know that wealth building is a part of God's plan for us to be prosperous. All they have to do is just share the membership. And now you have pastors that are 6-figure off churches and creating bigger churches based on the membership, the teaching part of our business that separates us from everything. You learning how to fix your own credit is big. You're fixing some common mistakes that people make on their job. So all of that stuff is in the membership. And if you could get it for $10 and that 10 go get 10 more, that's where the 6-7 figure income come in at in 2 months. Where did you do that? I've been on my job for almost 20 years and I ain't nowhere near 6 income. Nobody hourly wage to make that kind of money in 2 months of being on anybody's job. So that's why I be excited about these promos because I've seen it. and I know it can happen for me.
And it's crazy because all these years I've heard the term network marketing, and I took it as a negative because I'm like, oh, you got to wear people to death. But if you think about it, network is basically what your life is anyway. Everybody in your life, your family, your friends, people that
Yeah,
you communicate with on a daily basis, you're already networked anyway.
yeah.
And if you think about it like this, we were just talking about Netflix, right? How many times have I been on Facebook and somebody says, "Hey, what's good recommend a good movie on Netflix? What's good on Netflix right now?" You'll start seeing all of these comments. Go to this. Go to look at this on Peacock. Look at this on whatever. And I mean, people throwing out. Do you know how much free advertising you doing for Netflix? Because even people who don't have it, based on the comments that you're putting in these chats and stuff,
They going to
you
watch.
are promoting their business. And what you getting
Absolutely.
from them? You don't get no referral bonus,
Nothing.
but Netflix gets paid. So this business, in a nutshell, is similar to that because what I do, anything that I've done through this business has been a blessing to me. I have shared, whether it was on YouTube, in personal conversation, on Facebook, regardless. So why not get some type of financial compensation for sharing something that's worked for me that's gonna work for somebody else? Because like I said, you recommended that people go see this movie or try this restaurant. That restaurant is not gonna put no money in your pocket to send somebody over there.
Right.
So, you do free advertising for people all the time, whether good or bad. It ain't always good. But that's the good part about this promo. Even if you were to get in this business side financially, I'm just not ready to work on it that hard. Well, leave.
Yeah.
You join for free. When your 30 days is up, keep pushing. But this is a good opportunity for you to get in, see what it's all about, see what type of information we're sharing. Because a lot of stuff, we get on here on Tuesday and Thursday, but we can't give you the whole darn secret recipe, the 11 herbs and spices on these things. Because then what would you need to invest for? We invested. We signed up. We didn't find out all of this information until we became business owners. So you can't expect for us to sit here and reel out everything for free.
Right.
We are network marketers. So this is our way of introducing you to it. And I can't think of a better way to get introduced to it than a free membership for 30 days.
Yeah.
Or
give them a quick peek of what it looks like. Just not go through any details, but just can you share it?
Yeah.
Just to show them this real. This company's been around for 18 years. A+ with the Better Business Bureau, technology base. Everything that you need to be successful is at your fingertips.
Right. And this is not no shabby homemade stuff that we done set up and copy and paste it and created ourselves. This is a multi-million-dollar business that was established by people. Our co-founders are millionaires. They've been in the financial industry for years before they even started this business. They are competitive in the market. If somebody else is offering it, they figure out a way that we can offer it too. We didn't always have the travel business that we have now, but because they're vigilant and want to keep us on competitive, we now can offer that too. So what you showing them, Tony?
I was just sliding through, as you can see right here, it says the investment education piece. The co-founder has a little over 30 plus years in the finance arena, and he shares a lot of great tips and terminologies, things that like how you can open up a Fidelity or a Charles Schwab account for free and put them in. We learned that from him.
Right.
This one right here is our bread and butter, the correct form, or it comes with the complete instructions on how you can get a pay raise on your job without even asking A lot of people are struggling out there, y'all. The big three just landed a deal with the UAW car industry. If you don't know, they were always fighting for higher wages and better medical. They got it, but if a lot of people didn't know that they could actually gave themselves a huge pay raise by just correcting a W-4 form, a form for instructions, and we teach this inside of our membership. So you're looking at $200 to $800 to $1,000 in some cases if a husband and wife. This is what I like to use, this travel membership, y'all. Everything that you spend money on in travel, over the bag fee, parking fees, anything associated with traveling becomes 100% deduction for you if you have this travel membership attached to it. That's huge, right?
That is.
Yeah, I mean,
if you was gonna travel anyway.
Exactly. Hey, look, my credit system, it comes complete with the dispute letters, the validation letters, everything you need to fix your own credit is system. And I can tell you now, I know a lot of people are using they say credit card debt is at an all-time high because when you don't have the money, you're going to use those credit cards. And this My Credit system can actually improve your credit score and maybe get some things deleted off of your credit report that don't even supposed to be there.
Right. And then teach you things to keep, there are a lot of myths about what raises and lowers your credit. There are a lot of myths about, different things regarding credit. This gives you concrete information so you don't have to go by where they say. Well, from what I heard, you have everything in front of you, and it's they're giving you references. They're not just saying, take my word for it.
Man, they've done some updates to this thing. I'm gonna tell you, this BMC page was created because the founder got with some of the key leaders inside of MyEcon and said, how can we make this thing run efficient for somebody that joins our business that don't know anything about business? So that he said, let's put everything up front that they're going to need. So everything you see from left to right, all you have to do is go in and click these buttons and they're going to give you some quick. It gives you everything you need to become a successful business owner inside of MyEcon.
Right, from day one. Does it, do they still have the thing that says start here? I mean, it literally push this button to get started.
Look at that. Look at that. This is what when you first get your MyEcon, when you sign up tonight, you're gonna see this guy and it's gonna pop up on your screen, and all you gotta do is hit that play button right there, that play button, and he's gonna tell you what to do. I have people that join my business and say, hey, what do I do next? It's right there. All you got to do is follow instructions. Follow instructions, and it's going to tell you everything you need to do.
Right. But, you have to keep in mind, it's called MyEcon because it's my economy. So what you do with it is determined by you. Tony and I cannot fix or upgrade or do anything with your economy because it's yours. we just directing you to where you can go to learn what you need to learn to be great.
Absolutely. So we got, I'm not going to go through some of these buttons right here, but that's right here where it says the cash flow manager. This is where you track all your expenses as a business owner. And this is huge, y'all. You have to have proper record keeping to be able to solidify you as a business owner. So that thing is a nice piece right there.
Maybe Thursday when we come on, we can maybe pull up the cash flow manager and just kind of give them an idea of how it helps you track expenses. Because, one of the things I've noticed, there are a lot of people who have businesses already. Because, if you're a YouTuber and you get an AdSense check and your page is monetized, you have a business. So there may be a lot of YouTubers on here, which is why we make it a point to go live on YouTube, because you may not realize what money you're leaving on the table. And this is a good way to get in and figure that out.
Absolutely. This is good. Hey, this has been good. We don't want to never we don't want to choke people out with the information because it's so much. We come in and do some advertising. Don't want to try to advertise, market, and train because that's for another session. But we just want to show you guys how if you get started for $10, you have access to all of this stuff at your fingertips, and you can actually start getting your finances together. Just raising awareness of where your money's going. Like the Roma said, it's what they call it, bread and circus. We got to stop getting distracted away from our money.
And that was such a good example that you brought up because I never thought about it that way. But and that goes back to what you said, Roman times.
Yeah.
So that's like thousands of years ago, and it's still the same concept right now.
Yeah, it was crazy how they looked at the side of the Coliseum. I had posted something that the Coliseum was the same as like going to a football game. You got people drinking beer and eating hot dogs and peanuts, and they hollering and screaming for they knowing that it's all political. A lot of times they already know who's gonna win. They just have you out there hollering and screaming and spending money and all of that stuff. And there ain't nothing wrong with this. It's just form of entertainment, but you got to be careful about that because they are distracting you from what really matters.
You know, it's kind of like, you know, I ain't one to be quoting the Bible, but everything in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, overconsumption of anything is not good for you. So,
that's
like you said, entertainment is fine, but you know, let's try to keep it balanced and keep a perspective. And how can you keep a perspective if you don't know the information? So this is the information highway. You better get on the ramp.
That's good, man. I appreciate you. Okay. I think we had a good session.
And before
so look, I got coupons. Look, I got the coupons. I went ahead and I'm paying it forward. That means I've already paid the $10 for you to start. I have a little over 15 coupons that I'm looking to grant out. I'm serious about this.
Wow.
I got to get to this 6-figure income because I'm really close. Anybody's just looking, I know, Melissa, they're looking on your face, but I got a giving heart. And I'm
why I'm looking like that because you know you're making me look bad. So now I'm gonna step my game. Not that I wasn't gonna do it anyway. Yeah. But if Tony and bought 15, I got to step my game up and pay it forward as well. Because I can't hear, even though Shirley over here taking care of this grown man and fighting Barbara. Barbara, let me know what you're gonna do now. Is you gonna
sign Barbara loose? Sign Barbara up. Sign Barbara up.
Is you gonna turn him loose or what?
Get her a coupon.
The last thing I'm gonna say before we end, reach out to us if you want to get started. Today is the last day of October. This is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So let me just shout out all of the women who have battled and won against breast cancer. Do your mammograms. Make sure you're getting checked out because breast cancer is still an ongoing problem. So shout out to the breast cancer survivors on this last day of October. And now I'm gonna get off because if I go over an hour, I can't upload this on Instagram. Okay. So while we still under an hour, bye y'all. All right, let me get the outro going. Shoot.
Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Now, are you ready to start your home-based business? If your answer is yes, contact Tony or Melissa to get started today.